So in this video, we're going to talk about the reason why you have a hard time growing your chest. And I'm talking mostly to the guys here because guys typically want big arms and big chests, or at least a nice looking one. With that said, it's not so much, guys, that you're doing the wrong exercise. I always get asked all the time, what's the best exercise to grow my chest? Should I just do flat bench, incline bench, decline bench? And guys, understand that every exercise designed to work your chest, you should be doing them all, okay? Flat bench, incline bench, dips, but not that you have to do them all, but it's more about how you put them together. And I'm gonna explain what that means. So in my training system, which is called the Lion Strong Fusion Training System, I believe in doing longer sets. The reason why I like to do longer sets is because it increases what's called time under tension. Now, when it comes to building muscle in general, why is this so important? Well, I just know that when you're doing 3 sets of 10, that's not creating enough time to put stress on the muscle. See, because a couple of things you have to keep in mind is, am I establishing a good mind-muscle connection? In other words, every time I do a rep, can I feel that muscle squeezing, engaging? And oftentimes when people just do 10 reps, that's not enough time for your body to develop that connection. In fact, because 10 reps isn't enough, or even 20 even, the problem is that you're more focused on getting to that number destination instead of executing. Now, let's switch it. If you have to do something for 3 minutes, right? There's no specific destination. You're just going and going and going. And naturally, the mind, the mindset, your mind frame goes from I got to get there versus okay, I just got to get through this. So now every time you do a rep, you're focusing on squeezing because there's no destination. But in particularly when it comes to the chest, you just want to focus on doing a vertical pressing or a horizontal pressing movement, okay? And you want to focus on doing some type of fly variation, okay? Now, when you train muscles, there's what's called sagittal planes, and there's different angles, okay? When you work a muscle, you want to work a muscle from different angles. That's why when people say, I'm just going to do chest press. Well, the chest press is a good exercise, but it doesn't isolate as well as a fly. That's why you want to put them both together. When you do chest presses, you're working your pectoral muscles, but you're also getting a lot of front delt, a lot of triceps. And also too, people don't realize this, but whenever you press, because you want to keep your sternum up like this, you're going to be getting a lot of your